Hello, hello, and welcome to day 2 of our 5-day freedom reset challenge. Yesterday's challenge was all about just finding awareness and clarity in your current business model. I asked you if you were able to hit your revenue goal in 2026 with absolutely changing nothing, nothing. Would it feel easy or would it feel harder? If you answered easy, I want to push you a step further today. So before doing today's challenge, I want you to ask yourself at what point, at what revenue marker would my business fail? Because we want to be proactive in our business. I don't want you guys hitting your revenue goal in 6 months from now, 3 months from now, and then all of a sudden you didn't foresee this happening and you have all of these problems because every new level of business, you have new problems. Problems don't go away, they just get different. So I want you guys to be proactive. Like if I added on an extra $50,000 of revenue, would I have different problems? Would I have different problems at 100K extra, 200, 300, 500, whatever that number is? I want you to start proactively problem solving. So when you get to that problem, you're not in panic mode, you're not reacting to it. You've already been proactive and it's going to be a lot easier to move through that problem. So if you answered easy, if you hit your revenue goal that you currently set, maybe it wasn't high enough. What would happen if you added on an extra 50K, 100K, 200K, 500K? At what point would your business structure fail? If you answer that it would be harder if you all of a sudden hit this revenue marker that you're going to hit or that you're going to set for yourself in this year, it probably meant that it would take more of your time. You wouldn't be able to fulfill in the same way you fulfill your client orders now. It would just feel like burnout, exhaustion. It would take time away from your family, your friends, your social life, your you time. So all of that is totally normal. There is no right or wrong answers. It was all just about bringing awareness to your current business. So today we're talking about dependency. Before I stepped back from my business, I still had a team. On paper, I wasn't doing everything, which did save me a lot of time. But if I'm being completely honest, that time was filled was filled with being the final decision maker, making sure that their quality control was there. I was the problem solver, because like I said previously, the problems don't disappear. You're never going to have a business without problems, especially as you step more into a CEO role. That is literally your job is to problem solve. Now that you're not in the day to day, you are the problem solver, but it doesn't all have to rely on you. And in that transition period was extremely hard for me because I was no longer doing the certain things in my business that I really loved. I really stepped back a lot, but then I was still now just constantly solving problems, constantly making sure that timelines were met, team was trained, staff was ready. I was the final decision maker. No one had the authority to make decisions without me. So here's what I want you to do. Answer this question and write it down. If I stepped away from my business for 30 days, what would break first? For me, the answer wasn't revenue because we were still bringing in revenue when I had a team. The answer for me was decision making and the oversight that had to happen with everything that was going on in my business. If I fully stepped away for 30 days, I don't think at that time my team had the capabilities and capacity to handle the whole business as a whole without me. So that was my next level and my next problem that I had to solve. Maybe for you, it's like, hey, I'm going to step back and it is revenue that stops. And I'm the one making the engine go. I'm the one fulfilling client orders. I'm the one doing all these things in my business. Clients aren't going to get a message back from me for 30 days. That's going to be a problem. There's going to be a lot of things that stop working if you think about it in that way. If I completely stop doing anything for 30 days, what would break first? So there's probably going to be a lot of things that break, but what would break first? I want you to answer that question. So today's win is more clarity, right? So this challenge is all about bringing clarity and awareness. And at the end of the challenge, you're going to know which levers you want to pull first in order to grow and scale your business in a way that feels best and easiest and most in alignment for you. So with that, I want you to know that you're not doing too much because you want control. You're doing too much because your business depends on you. And if you stepped away for 30 days, there would be fires that you had to put out. We want to be proactive and think about those fires. We can put them out before they even start. So, with that, think about if you stepped away for 30 days, what would break first in my business? Just one thing. Maybe you want to write down all the things that would break and you have a whole long list of things that you want to work on this year. But I want to know what would break first. So that is the first thing. Post it in the comments, reply back to this email if you're getting this in an email, and let me know. I'm super curious and I'm really excited to hear your guys' answers and help support you further over the next few days. So come back for day 3. It's only going to get better. You're only going to get deeper awareness, deeper clarity in your business. So taking action feels easier. All right, that was day 2 for you guys. I'll see you guys on day 3.